Hello, good afternoon. Happy whatever weekday it is you're watching this. So in today's session, I'm doing a 20-minute session here, and I'm going to be doing a little bit of work on spinal extension and flexion. Now, most of my sessions, you would have picked up by now, are really centered around spinal mobility, because I think that is the biggest cause. Spinal strength, spinal mobility, I think that's what causes a lot of people's pains, aches, problems. So during the session, I'm going to be using a little Pilates ball here, but you can use a football or a rolled up towel. I've got a pillow as well. Now, I love this memory foam neck pillow. I just think that gives you such a nice little support, but you don't have to use one of those. Now, before we get going on the exercises, let me just talk to you a little bit about this. So, spinal mobility. We need our spine to be able to move in order to be healthy, and I call it spinal hygiene. So we brush our teeth twice a day, and we think of that as just normal basic hygiene. Everybody does it, but we need to be thinking about things that we do for our spine on a daily basis in order to keep our spine healthy. Your spine needs to be able to move in all directions of movement, all planes of movement, to be healthy. So this can be flexion, extension, side bend, so that's lateral flexion and rotation. Now, I do a lot of work on rotation and a lot of work on building flexion and extension. We want to be building the muscles which run down by the side of these joints here in the vertebrae, and our abdominal muscles to support this, our spinal muscles, our glutes, all of these need to be built. Now, in this 20-minute session, I'm going to be, first of all, warming you up. I'm going to be doing some bridges like we always do, a little bit of breath work too. But I'm going to be showing you then a new technique, which I actually learned last week in my one-to-one, which works on getting the spinal extension without jamming up the back. So I'm going to be coming back to dead Fred here. I'm going to put him down, or the spine of dead Fred. Now come and lie on your back. And whilst we're working through these bridges, put them out the way, we're just going to be working through some breathing exercises. Now, if you come to my studio classes, my live classes, you'll know that every session starts in supine, that's lying on your back. So feet hip width apart, knees hip width apart. And I'm not too fussed about these little intricate details, but what I want you to be thinking about from here before we start is relax the rib cage down. Think about the ribs melting. Think about the collarbones being long. Think about these abdominal muscles here being soft, everything being soft. You can have your hands just relax down here. And now what I want you to do, relax the feet, imprint the spine. So the imprinting is the pressing down, peeling up, and then lowering back down again. Just work through 10, just to get the spine mobilized before we start working into some of the harder exercises. 3 more. So do an inhale, lift up, exhale, lower down. 2 more. Last one, lift up, walk through the rotation. I always do this as a little nice exercise myself. I really like this exercise. 3, 2, 1, lower down, knee hugging towards the chest. Now, I try to do these bridges, knee hugs and lumbar rotations every single day, like cleaning your teeth as part of your routine. Pop your feet down and repeat. Inhale, peel up. Exhale, release down. Think of the spine as being like a hammock, suspended between the hips, pelvis and the rib cage. Now again, if you come to my studio classes or my live classes, you'll know that I say every single week without fail, this is your practice. It's up to you to work as hard or as gently as you want to. I'm not in your body. I don't know how your body feels. So if you feel like I'm pushing you too hard, you wind it back in. If you'd like to go harder or you'd like to do more, you can progress on up the levels. The pressure isn't there for me to do any of the exercises. I'm merely I'm giving you cues, creating a little bit of time here to do it. Knees in towards the chest and stretch. And then feet back to the floor and do a lumbar rotation. Unlock, unlock. Unlock, unlock, unlock. Good. Okay, release. Come back to the center. Just repeat that exercise. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. So we're just getting the spine moving. Inhale. Exhale. Last one up. Lower back down. And hug the knees in towards the chest and stretch. And then bring the feet back to the floor. Work through your lumbar rotation. Rotate. 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 Okay, come back to the center. Okay, so that's a really nice loosening exercise. Now I'm going to grab my little Pilates ball here. Pop that between your knees. So we're just bringing the feet to hip width apart. Relax the shoulders down. Repeat the exercise with the ball between the knees. And this time with a little more purpose. So we're warmed up a little, we're stretched a little. Imprint, lift, lower, release. Keeping a bit of a squeeze on the knees. Inhale, up. Exhale, release. Inhale, up. Exhale, release. Shoulder blades relax. Collarbones long. And I always say to people, I could do quite a lot of my practice with my eyes closed because I like really to connect the mind to the body. I appreciate that if you're doing this online and you've got your eyes closed, you might not be able to see me. But quite often I'll do that with the eyes closed because I think it gives a really nice bit of feedback between what's going on in your body and what's going on just with your breath, with your muscles, with your joints. There's no real die-hard right and wrong with these exercises. It's about mobility. It's about working within your capacity and your body. Good. And then just bring your knees into the chest with the ball between the knees. And then back down and then knees side to side. I'm keeping a little squeeze on the ball. And then come back to the center. Let's just do 10 more of those. So peeling up and then lowering back down. Peeling up and lowering back down. Lifting up, lowering back down. Last one up, lowering back down. And hug the knees in towards the chest with the ball. And then with the knees squeezed together, bring the feet back down. Okay, now from here, what we're going to do is just a little exercise to get the deep abdominal and the lower abdominal and the hip flexor muscles working. I like this one with my pillow. I think that just brings you into a tiny bit of flexion and it helps to activate these. My ball is between the knees. I'm just putting a little squeeze on there and I'm bringing the toes into a pointed position, and then we're going to come up and down with the knee squeezed. Now, this is actually quite hard on the abdominals. So we're just going to work through 10. Now, if you're really struggling with that, you can hold on behind the knees. If that's fine for you, we can go the whole way. 3, 2, last one, rest. Inhale, exhale, melt the ribs, imprint the spine, repeat. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one, lower down, rest here, take the knees side to side, unlock the lumbar spine. So we loosen and loosen and loosen. Come back to the center and rest. From here, what I want you to do is roll over onto your tummy. We're going to work through some of these extensions. Now, these can be, this is a really nice way to make an exercise which I find very difficult, but quite nice. I'm going to move my pillow out of the way there. So, lying on your tummy, traditionally in yoga or Pilates, let me move my mat slightly so that you can see me slightly better. Some of these spinal extensions would be coming up into a cobra. My back hates that and it jams up. Now, there are some people that like it, and that's absolutely fine. I'm not saying to not do it if that suits you. But an adaptation to this is to place your ball or your pillow or wherever you are right underneath here at the base of the rib cage. And then I want you to relax so your head is really nice and floppy. Now, once again here, my shoulders are nice and floppy, really loosening, really relaxing. Now I'm going to lift my rib cage off the ball and lower back down. Rib cage off the ball and lower back down. And do you see that lift? So we're not jamming up into the lumbar spine. Now when we're here, we can reach the arms, lift the rib cage up a little further, and I can feel that as a lovely stretch through the abdominals, and then lower back down again. Inhale up, stretch, and lower back down. Inhale up, stretch, and lower back down. We're going to do 2 more. Stretch and lower back down. Last one. Stretch and lower back down. Just have a little rest here, and if you want to from here, you can sit back on the heels and stretch. Now, you can see it's a subtle movement. It's not a big movement, but that is really, really working the muscles around the spine and lengthening the muscles through the front of the tummy. We're going to do another 2 sets of those. I do find these hard. If you're finding it hard, you're not alone. It's probably quite easy to cheat, but to get these right, it's probably quite hard. Now, relax the hands. So my little ball is right underneath my tummy, underneath my diaphragm, and I'm relaxing forward. Pelvis is relaxed, and then we're going to lift up, leading with the rib cage, and lower back down. 8, and lower back down. 7, lower back down. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one, and you can hold it up here, lengthen into the extension. So your shoulder blades are floppy, your rib cage is relaxed, your collarbones are long, and feel like the rib cage is lifting up, up, up. And now release back down, sit back on the heels, and stretch. And I'm going to do one more in here. Lower back down here. Good. So my ball's back underneath my rib cage here, and we're going to work through this one more time. We're going to come up and lower back down. 9, inhale, lift the rib cage and down. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Make this the best one. Lift and lengthen, 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 lengthen. Feel the stretch right into the abdominals there. Lengthen, lengthen, and then sit back on the heels and release. Good. From here. Release and lengthen. Release and lengthen. I'm sitting right back on the heels here. Sitting up tall. And then from here, extend your legs away and lengthen, lengthen. And we're going to flex into the spine whilst lengthening the back. I'm going to just take my chin down towards my chest. Stretch, stretch. Good, very good. Okay, so we're just going to do one more exercise here to work on the muscles around the side of the spine. Now this is quite nice. Throwing balls around in my studio here. This is quite a nice way to strengthen the spinal muscles. So I'm going to get you to come and prop on your forearm here, and we're going to just get you to draw your tummy in, lift up, okay? The hand comes on the top hip, and we're going to lift and lower. So this is a side plank. 9, 8, and you can extend that top arm. I think I've lost it on the camera. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Now hold it up here, lengthen, open, lower down, rest. We're going to repeat that for another 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Little breather there, okay. Once again, we're just going to do one more set of 10 of these. So nice engagement, nice length here. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Good. Rest, roll over, and we're going to repeat it on the other side. So coming into your side lying position here. Prop on the forearms. This is really working the waist muscles, the muscles that really support and strengthen the spine. Come 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one, a little rest. Repeat 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Good. Rest there. Oh, I think we've got one more set. Can't remember. Let's go 10 more, just in case I forgot. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Good. Now you can collapse in a heap if you like. So what I'm going to get you to do is just come and lie back on your back, and we're just going to have a stretch now into spinal extension. So lying on your back, take your hands above your head, extend your legs away from you, and then allow this part of your back to arch up. Nice deep inhalation here. Exhalation, breathe out for 3. Exhalation, stretch away, stretch away. Exhalation, last one. Lengthen and stretch. Good. Okay, so that is a little spinal mobility and strengthening session, working into extension For people who find they get a bit jammed up in the back with some of the traditional cobras, as always, if there's something that you would like me to do or change, then just let me know. Give me feedback. You can email me. You can let me know in the comments. You can, however you want to do it, okay? But that's been great and I hope you enjoyed. Bye.